if you're looking for an island where there's a pretty good chance you're going to have the beach to yourself, you're not looking for a party island, but you're looking for an island that has a good choice of restaurants to go to every night and a good choice of accommodation as well, then I have to say, I think you need to check out Koh Jum. Koh Jum is a relatively small island. It's not so small that you can walk from top to bottom. I mean, you could, but it would take quite a long time. But it's pretty small in the grand scheme of things. It is accessible, easily accessible from Krabi and from Secluded Beach. You can also get to it from the smaller islands like Koh Pu, Koh Pu, Koh Lanta as well. I would recommend this island if you like chill time. We're going to show you where we're staying on Koh Jum, and it's pretty special. Villa Varan is nestled in a beautiful garden which we had full access to for the duration of our stay. Watching the monkeys playing in the trees in the morning was really fun. However, we did have to be really careful to make sure we closed all the doors to stop these cheeky monkeys causing havoc. The villa supports sustainable living, so you won't find air conditioning inside. However, there are plenty of fans to keep you cool. Drinking water comes from the spring well, and there's also a water filter available. We loved the king-size 4-poster bed, and the balcony was an absolute dream. The ideal place to chill out after a day exploring the island. So there are lots of different accommodation options on this island, which is great. But we opted for this place, and it has been tremendous value for money. So for this whole area, it has cost us just over £30 a night, and that includes a really tasty home-cooked breakfast as well. We also have use of a little kitchen downstairs between certain hours of the day. And the gardens that this place is set in is just beautiful. You do kind of feel like you are in the jungle. So obviously there are other options here to stay right on the beach. But if you're not too fussed about being on the beach, then definitely consider this place. Location wise, it's not too far away from things, but like most places on this island, it is better to have a scooter or a motorbike if you really want to get around. But if you were staying here and you weren't kind of renting the motorbike that comes with the place, you could stay here without that. You would just have to do quite a bit of walking, but ideally you'd probably want the motorbike. There are some restaurants though within walking distance of here, and the beach is also within walking distance too. So there's 3 local villages on the island. There isn't an ATM, so that is something to know before you come. There are some places that will do money exchange, but I think they do charge a commission. So you're best to bring money with you for sure before you come. There is no 7-Eleven on this island, but there are plenty of little grocery stores. And although this is a Muslim island, you can buy alcohol in the shops and in bars, and obviously in like your hotel probably as well. If you want some delicious, inexpensive chicken noodle soup, you've got to visit that lady. Out of this world. And it only cost about 40 or 50 baht for a bowl. So that's like £1, maybe just over £1. And it's just so delicious. And just go. Just do it. When you're in Koh Jum, just do it. It's a very unassuming little place, but you won't regret it. And it's down by Koh Jum Pier. So as I mentioned, there's lots of restaurants on the island, and we aren't here for long enough to try them all, unfortunately. But last night we went to a really great restaurant. It's actually a vegan restaurant, and we had such beautiful food. They do their own kombucha to drink, and that was just gorgeous. I haven't been well, I've had food poisoning, and the kombucha, it really just helps to kind of like ease my stomach actually, so that was really good. And I had a vegetarian tom yum soup, which was really nice, and Ewan had a vegetarian masamam curry, and they were both just beautiful. To easily get around the island, I would recommend renting a scooter or a motorbike. You can do it without. You can probably just like rent a push bike as well for sure, but it'll just be a bit harder work. So for ease, definitely a scooter or motorbike is recommended, but not 100% necessary. You could definitely still come without one. There are a lot of monkeys on this island. We've seen so many, and at first you think, oh, they're really cute, they're really sweet, but actually, like, they're really not. They can be quite vicious. We haven't really experienced that so much, but they do kind of hang about in packs, and they can be quite intimidating, so just be careful. You can also do boat tours from here. You can go to Koh Pu. I think they also do a 5-island boat trip that takes you to a few different places, so that'd be quite fun to do. And then the other thing that you can do, which we are going to attempt tomorrow, is that you can actually hike up to Koh Pu mountain. So Koh Pu is actually another name for this island, Koh Jum. Koh Pu is the north of the island, and there is a small kind of mountain that is possible to climb up. So I've read that you can do it with a guide if you want to, but that's going to be quite costly. It's going to cost at least 1,000 baht, and that might even be each. So we've decided to do it ourselves tomorrow. I've had a wee look online and it doesn't seem too hard, so that's what we're going to do. So hopefully it will go to plan.
Digging deep.
We've driven up to the very north of the island to a place called Rockview Terrace. We met a really nice Irish couple last night over dinner who told us about this place, and apparently it's got a really nice viewpoint and it's a nice place to come for a little drink. So that's what we're going to do now. This might actually be my favourite place on the island. How cute is this? There's lots of different little spots where you can just sit and chill, listen to the waves, look at the ocean, have a drink. It's really a special place, I would say. So I'm pretty thirsty because it's hot, so we're going to find a little spot, put our feet up and have a little drink. If you're coming to Thailand, you might see this purple drink when you're out and about, and I highly recommend trying it because it's really, really nice. So it's called Butterfly Pea Tea, and it's a caffeine-free herbal tea, and it's an infusion from the leaves of a plant called, and I'm just going to check, Clitoria ternatia plant. And apparently here at this place they grow the plant themselves and it's fresh from their garden, and it's fizzy, so I don't know if they maybe add like some kind of lemonade or something to it to give it the fizz, but it's really, really nice and it's really refreshing on a hot day. So I was speaking to the owner, and this place has been here for 5 years, but obviously with COVID, you know, that wasn't so great for them. So if you are coming to this island, definitely pay this place a visit, and you can actually stay here as well. They've got 3 wooden huts, I think they've got a kind of dorm place maybe for backpackers, and they've also got a big area that he said could sleep 10 adults. So a big kind of house place. So definitely worth checking out if you're here. We've come up to the north of the island to Laboa Beach, and this is actually the beach that is at the very end of the road. So this is where you'll get to if you just keep following the road till it ends. The tide is starting to go out, so it's not ideal for swimming right now, but it is still possible. And yeah, it's fine. It's a nice enough beach. I wouldn't say it's my favourite beach here, but definitely worth checking out for this. So I'm pretty sure I read that someone actually lives there. I mean, that's a pretty unique place to stay. Not sure it would be my cup of tea, but pretty cool. We just had a really kind of crazy experience. I'd seen this place on Google Maps called Roots Cafe, and it was like this place on the beach. So we decided to go, so we jumped on the motorcycle. We kind of had to go through the jungle to get here a little bit. I got bitten loads. Loads of monkeys up at the bike, quite aggressive. One threw a coconut down, almost got me on the head. Came down, walked down. The guy that owned it greeted me, was very friendly, asked me if I wanted something to eat. I knew that Ewan did want something, I wasn't really that fussed, so I said yes, thinking that he would just bring me a menu. But no, I then sat down at the table with them all these people that I'd never met before who were having lunch, and I was told to just help myself. And then we just met a kind of very eclectic mix of people who were very friendly. But yeah, it was just kind of like stepping into another, I don't know what the word is.
I think a mad party.
A mad hatter's party. In a good way. Yes, Sylvia. Yes. Our absolute favourite beach on Koh Jum was Coconut Beach at the north of the island. Every time we visited, we were the only people there, and it was the perfect place to swim and relax. We loved every minute that we spent on Koh Jum, and we hope you do too.